Why now?
You mean, why did I decide to tell all? Well, I don't know. I thought I'd discovered some interesting things in life. And I thought, when somebody writes the story of me, God help me, they won't know what I know.
Katharine Houghton Hepburn has a rich past to remember. But after 43 movies and more than 20 plays, she says her most vivid memories are of her childhood. Her father, a surgeon and an early crusader against venereal disease, and her mother, an advocate for birth control and women's rights.
I think I was so damn lucky because they were brilliant and they were fun and they had a wonderful sense of values. You know, they were my slaves for a long time. I miss them. I stop now sometimes and think, damn it all, I wish I could say that to Mother. I wonder what she'd think.
Do you think that they're largely responsible for shaping your independent, somewhat irascible character?
I don't think they encouraged me to be awful, but I think they had their own opinions of... I mean, long before women were considered mentally the equals of men, Mother and Dad were fighting for women.
All I'm trying to say is that there are lots of things that a man can do, and in society's eyes, it's all hunky-dory. A woman does the same thing, the same, mind you, and she's an outcast.
Finished? No, but I think the sexes are different, and I think whoever designed us very carefully and cleverly. For brain power, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another, but for muscle, I'm just not as strong as my driver.
Having said that, would you consider yourself a feminist?
Yes, I'm an absolute feminist.
You were quite a tomboy as a young girl, weren't you? You were called Jimmy.
I was called Jimmy, and I hated being a girl. I really hated it. I had 3 brothers, and I just shaved my head and thought, I'm a boy.
How long was your head shaved?
Until, I would think about 13, 12 or 13.
What did your parents think of this?
They thought it was great. They didn't have to brush my hair or wash it.
And neither did you.
$25? Where did you get it? I only sold what belonged to me. Your hair. Your hair. I thought it'd do my brain good to have my mop cut off, and so I did.
When were you bitten by the acting bug? When did you decide?
I think very early. Show-off bug, wasn't it?
You like a lot of attention.
I don't know whether I like attention, but I like to reach for attention. I must, otherwise I wouldn't have done it.
Your first acting experience was at Bryn Mawr or earlier?
Oh, no. I played the Beast in Beauty and the Beast to raise money for the Navajo Indians in New Mexico. That was my first job. I was about 11.
Was it a good role, a plum role?
Splendid role.
But Katharine Hepburn was destined to play more beauties than beasts, first on Broadway and later in Hollywood.
You probably never heard of me because I'm just starting. If Mr. Easton takes me, it'll be my New York debut. But I've acted ever since I was a child. My parents objected, of course, to my having a career. Parents always do, I believe.
How did your mother feel about acting?
I don't think either of them thought it was the greatest thing in the world, you know. But Mother was all for my doing what I wanted to do, as long as I just didn't get married and sort of sing the song the usual way. I think Dad was thrilled when I was a success because he's practical. He was at Scott, you know, and it brought in the cash. But when I started to do it, he thought, well, what the hell is the matter with her? She must think she's pretty or something, and she'll have 5 or 10 good years, and then I'll be supporting her. And she should do something that makes some sense.
He compared acting to street walking?
Well, it is to be compared to street walking, isn't it? You're trying to get attention. What's the difference?
Trying
You
to sell
tell me.
something.
What are you doing? What am I doing? God knows.
Even though she grew up in a very close family, Miss Hepburn said she decided long ago not to have children because she couldn't give them the attention she thought they needed. Instead, she focused on her career, and what a career it was. Tomorrow, Kate Hepburn remembers her movies and her leading men. It's 7:55. There's much more ahead right after these messages.